we're back in Destiny 2 for another Xur video. This week, he is on Nessus. He is on Watcher's Grave, so just land there, and once you land, just take out your Sparrow. If you've been playing Destiny for a while now, you know that whenever he goes to, or whenever he spawns in Nessus, he's always in top of this big tree. Here he is. So yeah, let's just see what he has. Okay, so for the exotic weapon, he has Arbalest, which is a linear fusion rifle. An exotic linear fusion rifle. The weapon perks are extended barrel, projection fuse, disruption break, composite stock. It does have a catalyst, which increases the handling. And it also gives breaking a command shield with this weapon fills its magazine from reserves. Energy weapons regenerate ammo on hit when matching the damage type to the command shield. The intrinsic trait is compounding force. Basically, it does massive damage to combatant shields. And is strong against barrier champions. This weapon is actually very, very useful in PvE activities such as Grand Champions, raids, basically anything that has barrier champions, you will want to use Arbalest. This was also very good in PvP. Not anymore though. But you know, I highly recommend getting this weapon if you do not have it. Moving on to the exotic armor, starting with Raiju's Harness, which is an exotic chest plate for the hunter. The armor perk is Mobius Conduit. Whatever you press, it deactivates Arc Staff early to create a blinding explosion and gain a temporary boost to arc weapon damage. Arc Staff consumes energy more slowly when not attacking. I don't really like this exotic for one reason, and it's you have to like end your super early in order for you to take advantage of the armor perk, which is not a good thing. Ending your super early, it's never a good thing actually, because your super is the highest power that you have in the game. So deactivating it early or ending it early is never a good thing. The total stats is 62, with the highest being mobility and then intellect, which helps in getting your super, but then you have to deactivate your super in no. Okay. Okay. So failsafe really had to interrupt me there. Yeah, I would just skip this exotic armor. For me, it's very, very bad. Moving on to the Aon Safe, which are exotic gauntlets for the Titan. Basically, when using this, you create heavy, special, etc. for your teammates. It's more of a PvE armor for activities such as Grandmasters, Nightfalls, raids, really anything PvE. The stats really don't matter here, because it doesn't really help the gauntlets. But it has high intellect if that's something you're looking for, and high resilience. Mobility is high, but you don't really need mobility on the Titan. The total stats is 68, which is pretty high for an exotic. I would get this if you don't have Aon Gauntlets for PvE. Moving on to the Stag, which is an exotic helmet for the Warlock. The armor perk is Dearly Departed. Your Rift provides damage reduction to allied guardians standing on it. Grants Rift energy when you're critically wounded, and when you die, it drops a healing rift on your corpse. This is actually pretty nice for PvP and PvE. If you want to reduce the damage reduction, whether it be in PvE or PvP. It also gives you rift energy, so you can, I guess, get more damage reduction and so on and so forth. And when you die, you create a healing rift for your teammates. All in all, this is a nice exotic. It's also a really annoying exotic when paired up with the Arc subclass for the Warlock. The soda stance is 65, with recovery and discipline being the highest. So if that is something you're looking for, then yeah, get this exotic helmets. It's pretty fun to play around with. Yeah. Alright, let's take a quick look at the exotic Hawk Moon. It has quick draw. I would just skip this Hawk Moon. I personally don't like quick draw. You can only use it when you draw the weapon. And other than that, it's pretty useless. Okay, so moving on to the Xenology quest, which when completed, you get an exotic cipher, which you can use at the tower in the exotic archive. And as always, you can buy an exotic Ingram for 97 legendary shards. Alright, let's take a look at the legendary weapons, starting with True Prophecy, which is a hand cannon. It has rangefinder and rampage, which is actually pretty nice for PvP. But it doesn't have a range perk, and it has a reload speed masterwork. I mean, if you don't have a good hand cannon, which I don't know why you don't, if Rose is still in the game, you can get this. It's pretty decent for PvP. Moving on to the Shepherd's Watch, which is a sniper rifle. It has Outlaw and Osmosis. I would just skip this. There's better sniper rifles out there for both PvP and PvE. Moving on to the Legal Action 2, which is a pulse rifle. It has Feeding Frenzy and Rampage. I guess it can be useful for PvE if you need a primary pulse rifle. Moving on to the DS side, which is a shotgun. It has Surplus and Elemental Capacitor. It's a rapid fire frame, so this will come in handy in PvE if you need a fast hitting shotgun, since it's also a rapid fire frame. Moving on to the Kilos SR version 1.03, which is a sniper rifle. It has Overflow and Elemental Capacitor. Not ideal, I mean, for a sniper rifle. And plus it's a low impact sniper rifle, since it's also a rapid fire frame. So unless you don't have a good sniper rifle, you can get it, but you can always craft this weapon. Moving on to the Falling Guillotine, which is a sword. It has Enduring Guard, Relentless Strikes, and Counter Attack. I would get it, I guess, for Relentless Strikes. If you don't have a good sword, I would get this just for Relentless Strikes alone. And finally, Xur has Memory Interdict, which is a grenade launcher. The weapon perks are Clan Cartridge and Disruption Break. Clan Cartridge is not really good for PvP because you only get 2 or 3 in the chamber. And Disruption Break is for PvE. So I mean, if you don't have a nice grenade launcher for PvE for whatever reason, and you want one, this is pretty nice. It has proximity grenades and an alloy casing as well. So yeah, that's it for Xur this week.